these are humans,
Hmm.
but I'm experiencing my life.
I feel
Just
like by detaching us from the imagery, it
yeah,
induces more emotions into us. If you were part of it, it would be like daily life.
yeah.
I
And
think
there's another way to look at it. If you're a part of it, that you're still detached, but maybe you're physically there. Maybe you're just like in your pajamas or whatever, but you're there, like physically,
did
and you're an outcast there, but you want to experience it, that kind of thing.
did you guys notice like the thing that you mentioned about how it seems like you were looking down the whole time? I just
Hmm.
kind of noticed that like towards the start, all of the at least most of the scenes were aerial, and over time it became more and more grounded. And like towards the end, it's just
Yes,
looking straight up. Did you notice that?
yes.
It's 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 kind of like towards the start. The way I see it, towards the start, it was like looking at it from like an aerial perspective, looking like down on things, like a third person view, and then it went into like a second person view where like you're having people stare straight into the camera, look straight into the camera, and then eventually just you have just like looking up from the bottom.
Yeah, that's a. I feel like that's a in a way some sort of a juxtaposition because I felt more connected to those the shots when I was like in the beginning in the third person, and in the first person in the end. It's like, oh, I'm looking up from it, so like I'm looking outwards. I'm looking ahead of it, more like being in it. That's what I thought.
Hmm.
You know, the other sort of film that I highly recommended, Koya Niskatsi, is the same thing but 10 years before, so 1982. I'm sure something must have changed in
Yeah,
those times.
I
Yeah.
think in the description of this video, it's mentioned about the movie that you mentioned. I don't know how to pronounce it.
Mm. And that film has like a whole series. So every 8 to 10 years, they created a new rendition to portray the changes. So there's Koyanis Katsi, then Pova Katsi, then Nakoya Katsi, which is 2002, which is the most recent.
Oh, so are these like sequels of the same thing, sequels and prequels?
This one, no, but like those one, yeah.
Okay, okay, okay. Oh, so this is separate from. Okay.
Yeah.
Dude, the editing of this was like the sequencing of all the shots. It was so well done. It's like so well
We
thought
just look
out.
at the names over here. There's 70 millimeters magnetic audio, some supervisor. What the hell does that even mean?
Yeah,
Like,
dude, the budget must have been like.
see, there was one there. Go
Yeah,
down.
yeah, yeah. Aerial pilots, right? I think a lot of drone shots and
See,
helicopter shots.
custom change in bags. 70 film to tape transfer.
Damn.
I mean, that was
Oh yeah,
understandable.
some of these were shot on film.
Dolby, I mean,
Shit, I'm way past my bedtime, so I should sleep soon.
Yo, I'm so glad we did this.
I swear to God, I love it.
It's like I've never consumed like any media like this before.
I can't believe Pa didn't tell me about this sooner. I feel like we should just let it marinate a bit.
Yeah.
how can you not travel the world after watching shit like this?
I
Like,
mean,
imagine you're 40 and you're still stuck in the same bloody place.
the thing is, like, doesn't matter where you are, you don't even have to travel that far away to experience something new.
Oh, yeah, that's a great point. Like, we literally need to go around our country and we'll have an entire life's worth of stories to tell.
Exactly. It can be just city, man, like just Pune or Mumbai, and that would be like very wild.
Dude, we need to you, me, Parth, we need to like do a Mumbai trip with Aryan. It's the four of us.
Yeah, definitely.
shit. The restoration. What do you think that means?
Hmm.
So, on the end screen, I don't know if you saw Rudra, but it said Baraka the restoration. Like, that was the. What is it?
But do you know
The
what baraka means
restoration.
by that?
Sorry?
Yeah, I have no clue.
Baraka means a blessing in Arabic. So it's a blessing power, a kind of continuity of spiritual presence and revelation that begins with God and flows through that to those closest to God.
Wait, damn. Wait, Aryan, are you do you come from a religious background?
My parents are, my grandparents are, but unfortunately I am not. But I'm trying to.
Okay. What like religion exactly?
In Hindu only.
Okay. Damn. You know, something I found out today was, and it's kind of related, but something that I just found out. Your odds of being born into the world are 400 trillion to 1.
Is that like the sperm cell calculation?
I have no clue. It might be.
No, actually,
Uh,
trillion is too big a number. No, no, no. That must be something else.
Yeah, I mean,
so
there's only like a
so
couple million sperm cells.
I heard Gary Vee say that in some video, and then I saw another video of Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Both of them are idiots.
Yeah, and I was like, why is this dude talking about the odds of being alive? But I'm like, okay, whatever. It's just a good fact to know, right? And I verified it all. And then I just another video of Neil deGrasse Tyson who was on some podcast, and he was saying, okay, so this is what he said. Uh, Up until now, there have been a bit more than 100 billion people who have ever lived on Earth. And so he said that if you do a mathematical calculation to figure out how many people could live based on your DNA and your genetics, then he said that that number is stupendously higher than the 100 billion.
Hmm.
And it is so high that by the time Earth will, like, by the time, so what he said was, your existence is so important that at one point there will be no longer an Earth where people can live.
Hmm.
And it's basically like Earth will be worn out, and that number of people who have ever lived will be nowhere close to the number of people who could ever live.
Hmm.
So, like, it just made me realize how lucky we are to be born, because
I see.
it's very, like, I can't fathom the odds,
Ah,
even
really?
even
Okay,
the
you're
numbers.
religious?
Not
Um,
really.
I
Do you wish to be
I
or?
consider myself as a practicing religious person, but I'm not like I'm still unsure on the belief portion of it.
Yeah, I don't know what I believe in. I thought I did, but I don't.
I think my main takeaway in all of this is that I'm incredibly grateful for the human experience.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Everything we do, everything. My design teacher, she says this pretty often. The only thing that has come out of humanity that isn't part of the human experience is the cube.
The
The
what?
cube.
Yeah,
Oh,
so the cube is the only object that we've created from our own minds. Right? If you
Oh.
look at it today, everything is created out of cubes. The buildings we live in, the room I'm in,
yeah.
the the table I have, it's all created from cubes.
Oh shit, yeah. A cube isn't naturally recurring, is it?
No,
It's not. I mean, neither is a triangle or an ellipse. I mean, ellipses are my bad. Sorry. Uh,
but the
No,
cube is
wait.
the cube is kind of what was the original.
Yeah, yeah,
What
definitely.
is it called? Is it a prism or?
Uh, a trapezoid? No, that's a different.
No, but yeah.
And dude, I used to sit for hours just thinking about this, if like trying to find a way to disprove, or like I found nothing so far.
Yeah, dude, that reminds me. Like, I used to go to this tuition, and we were studying geometry. This one fact he told us, and I never forgotten. A circle is made by triangles, and I'm like, nah, that's not true. And then he proved it. And I don't know if you guys know, but so if you take a circle and if you divide it into like three different parts, it's a triangle but it has a curved edge.
Yeah.
So if you keep dividing it and you keep going, so that curve diminishes and it becomes a straight line. So it's just like, I don't know, an infinite number of triangles inside a circle.
But the
And
same
again, it
argument
doesn't
could be
mean.
made for any other shape because
Yeah, yeah. No, that's what he was trying to prove. That triangles are basically everywhere. Like
Mhm.
everything is made, and triangle is the strongest shape, I
Oh
think.
yeah, I was just gonna
Yes,
Yes.
talk about
because
it because
tripods are constructed using three legs for the same reason
Yeah,
because
yeah,
tripod.
somehow they always find the perfect balance and
yeah, yeah,
mass is distributed perfectly.
yeah. Triangles are the most the strongest shape. Yeah.
This is also something my design teacher talks about a lot, just about why just about triangles, man. It's like triangles are
Yeah.
the
That's
shit
why
that
also bridges have like triangles kind of
everything is
supports.
built,
And
like a lot of bridges are built on the foundation of triangles, which is pretty cool to know.
yeah, yeah, yeah. It reminds me. So we kind of had a bit of a in school. I forgot what it was. It was like a campaign where basically you were given these sets of like so it was like a platter, I guess, and there were like stuff like stationery in them, and you were instructed to make something out of that, something that was already like given by them. And I don't know if it was some tie up with another school, and it was a campaign. And this one time they told us to make a bridge, and I remembered what my teacher said about triangles, and I made the bridge using triangles. It failed. I didn't know I didn't know how to use triangles, but I don't know. There's something about that where I'm always trying to find some meaning in life with triangles.
Have I? Wait.
Maybe that's why you like threesomes.
That's funny. I'm actually very against threesomes. I actually hate the concept of threesomes.
So
Yeah.
I was supposed to create a stand for books, like just holding up books on up. So it was like a NIT question. It was you have to create something that can hold up books up 13 centimeters. So and the books have to be weighing 2 kilograms in total.
Okay.
So what I created was a failure, but like it used the same principles of using
Triangle.
triangles, right? It's just that
Yeah.
you push from one end, and it does that thing of
Yeah.
like balancing out the weight.
Yeah.
So the actual solution, I'll try and find it. And I'll show it to you guys. But it was literally just paper made in a circle. It's like you taking a sheet of paper. So like I'll take my book for example. Like you just
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
you bend it and you turn it into a circle, and then you just kind of like put paper triangles in the same way inside of that, which is like it kind of blew my mind because I made this just out of A4 like regular A4 size paper, and like it took me 2 hours.
Yeah.
So yeah, triangles are cool.
Like we are so insignificant in the face of the universe. We don't even know it, but at the same time, it's considered to be a gift to just be born. It's like I don't know. I think of it as a juxtaposition. because it honestly does not matter if you live or not to the universe, but the fact that you do live is a huge thing in itself,
You know what's
or that you
crazy?
even get to live.
It's like we are like so insignificant to the universe, but at the same time, everything we do, everything we experience is through our own body.
Yeah.
So it's like from your perspective, nothing else but you exists. But
True.
but what reality says that it's it's this. I don't know. It's very difficult for me to explain this because because the way I see it is like it's a deeper understanding that you can't really put in words. Like language is actually extremely limiting in terms of metaphysics. Trying to understand metaphysics, a lot of it is just you just have to sit and meditate about these things to actually understand.
Dude, that is exactly what I've been reading about recently, and I haven't studied it well enough to like exactly explain it, but I'll try to give you a gist of it. So, do you read what I post in Daily Philosophy?
Yeah, I did read it. I can't remember it right now. Can you read it
Yeah.
out?
So,
I'm recording
wait,
right
I'll
now.
get back to it. Yeah, I'll get back to it. But basically, what he was explaining was the idea that words are conventions, and every time you use a word to explain something, like I am Rudra, then you're not explaining what you are. You're using a sound that humans made to point to what is the symbolism of Rudra. Because my body is the symbol of me, it's not me. But if someone asked verbally that, okay, where is Rudra? Then I shouldn't have to say that this is Rudra, I should just point at it, right? And so he really expands upon that, and I'm going to study it a lot so I can explain it to you better, and I really want to like share that like whole thing. But basically, he says that God is reality. What you experience, what happens all the time, what you experience, what you can't help but experience, is God instead of some higher power, some man sitting on a throne, or some guy dressed in gold. It's not that. God is what you experience, and that's also based on some other things that people believe that God is someone you meet after you die in the heavens and whatnot, and that's a whole different like underlying tectonic thing to it. But basically, what he said in that quote was, and it's not a quote. It's just how he ended that chapter. He said, if you ask me to show you God, I will point to the sun or a tree or a worm, but if you say that you mean then that God is the sun, the tree, the worm, and all other things, I shall have to say you have missed the point entirely. And when I read that, like I just felt like shivers down my spine. And I actually did understand it when I read it the first time. So I went back a page or two and I read the couple other paragraphs and I came back to it again and read it again. And I'm like, okay, I get what he's saying. So he said that he would point at the sun and the tree and the worm. He wouldn't verbally say it, he wouldn't conventionalize it. And that is what God is. The moment you say that God exists, goes entirely against the point of the existence of God itself, is what he's saying. And the same with reality. The moment you point out that you are living in the real moment is the exact moment you get disconnected from it.
Bro, that's one of the greatest quotes that I've ever heard. The
Yeah.
fact that when you stop and you think of the present, you've already lost it. So you're already in the
Exactly.
past. In that
And
very second,
that applies to everything. Like if I say this is a bottle, it's no longer a bottle. Now it's a bottle in the past. And it's not even a bottle. It's just I don't know what the hell. God only knows what this is.
One
Right.
of the greatest things you can meditate on is the present because the present is the only dimension that exists. The
Exactly. Every single else, everything is in your mind.
and if you think of it, the present is the only thing that you can't think of because you every time you think of the present, it's in the past
Yeah.
because it's already
that blows
happened,
my
right?
heart.
Yeah.
So you forgot, and you can think of a future because it's not happened yet,
Yeah.
and especially distant future. But the present you'll never be able to be in.
Yeah.
I have
So
something.
it's
Uh, you can finish what you have to say.
yeah. So the kind of issue that comes out that when you're trying to communicate something like this, he's going against his own belief by writing it in a book and then saying it and conventionalizing it into words, which is actually like a beautiful thing to me because sometimes you have to go against your own religion to prove something.
Wait, which
And
book is that, by the way?
it's called The Wisdom of Insecurity by Alan Watts. You should check it out definitely. It's what from what I've read right now, and it's just like 3 or 4 chapters. This book, if you're passionate enough, will make you depressed. It is the most like I picked up the stupidest book I could ever pick up, and I'm so glad I did. It's like it's so this like it will make you think about the things that you always believed were right, and then it'll disprove it to you, and it'll convince you, and it'll at the end of the book it will leave you with a very weird sense of like something's missing and like a question, and I feel like that's the most beautiful part of this book.
I think.
You know,
Yeah, go
yeah,
on.
go ahead. Okay, wrong question then.
I was just going to say this too long. I'm not even kidding. I was just gonna say. Okay. On a shoot.
Rock,
Okay.
paper.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Alright, you go.
Okay. So I was just about to say that I don't know if you're familiar with the IB curriculum, but what I have to do is so I have 6 subjects plus I have a thing called theory of knowledge, which is basically dumbed down philosophy. But the main pursuit of this entire subject is to understand what knowledge is, how it can be acquired, how it can be transported, stuff like that. Okay, so one of our units or one of our main sort of assessment criteria is where we pick 3 objects and we relate it to a title that we choose. Good night. So in that, I choose a certain prompt. Wait, let me just read it out to you. 1 second. What role does imagination play in producing knowledge about the world? So that was my prompt, and I needed to connect that with 3 objects. So I chose this Star Trek device called some transmitter, which actually inspired someone to make the phone. That was one. The second one was Dimitri Mendeleev's periodic table, and the third one is what I want to connect with what you, Rudra, said like a while ago about how words are limiting factors. So I took the image of a crossword, and my argument to that was for a crossword to work, for it to be a legitimate game that you can win or you can complete, it means that you have limited the amount of arrangements of symbols, which are essentially letters. So so let's take FXBDG. Okay, just take those random letters. Sure, there is a phonetic issue in the way we can say it out loud, but it can also be argued that essentially it has the same value as words that have been given a value to, given a meaning to it. So,
Exactly.
so that was my argument that a crossword is, sure, it's a game, but it is also limiting our scope for creating words. So that was something that I wanted to share.
Yeah. Yeah. Abhinal, I'll let you get to your point. Just a second though. I just want to point something out. The most beautiful thing that I just realized is that the thing we talk about is like in this specific situation, the exact thing that we use to explain it. We're saying how words are conventions, while the only thing we can do is say how they are. And you that's what it is. You cannot communicate to someone with your mind. And if you could do that, humans would not be the same in any way whatsoever. It would change everything. And I feel like in the same way, talking about how you're so insignificant in the universe while you're living the human experience. You can think of if the universe had a conscience, then the universe would be thinking that, oh my god, I have created these people who are thinking if their life matters or not. And they don't even matter to me. They can die and I'm just like it's crazy.
It's the greatest power that we have, but it's also our biggest vice, the ability of creativity, because no other species, I mean, I'm sure that, monkeys or dolphins might have the ability to be creative, but we're, we've been given with the, we've been given this tool, right? The hand. And
Yeah.
it's such an incredible tool because, like, this and your mind, everything that's around us is made from these two things. It's crazy to think. And when we were talking about the present, right, about how, like, even like what I'm saying right now is already in the past because we've already experienced it, right? I was, it's something that I think about, and I also think about the future, right? So what can you really account to? Is there, so my argument was not really an argument. My question was, is there anything as true autonomy? Because everything that you do right now is based upon a decision that was made in the past, and that decision was made on the basis of other decisions. And I was having like a bit of a journaling session. I just want to read, it's a small excerpt from my journal. It's like I just want to read out this
Yes, sir.
section. Um, if the coin said heads, then it said heads because it was. If the coin said heads, then it said heads because it happened regardless. That was how it simply happened. This acceptance is something that I find to be truly profound. A misunderstanding of this, however, raises the question, is there anything that I have done or will do that is actually decided by me? The answer is neither yes nor no. It is not both either. I am unable to find the correct language to explain this answer, or I am bound by the dimension that is language itself. The best way I can describe this is that it is a mere acceptance, an acceptance that every action and decision taken has a role to play in the future. This acceptance cannot be achieved through language, it must be simply understood. And this brings me immense comfort and peace with my own existence. It makes me feel one and united with the universe.
Wow. That is okay. I feel like this can be a very important conversational piece because I'm actually working on something right now. Haven't really told anyone, but along the same lines of present, past, future, whatever. And so that's actually very valuable input. Gives me a very different perspective on some things. So yeah, are you recording by the way?
Yeah,
Good, good. You should. Yeah.
But
But
regarding what?
this is
so,
conversation on OBS.
Since when?
Sorry.
Since when?
Since we were rolling the credits, when you asked like is
Oh,
someone writing this down, I was
oh,
like, oh,
since
should I need
then.
to? Yeah,
Oh
I
my
was like,
god.
oh, should I need to open OBS? And I was scared for a
Yeah.
second. Like I kept checking if I was recording the desktop audio because like I got scared. But
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
I think
So
out of
as soon as I'm done with whatever I'm working on, and I put it out, we should definitely have a conversation about this, like a
100%.
more proper one. Yeah.
I out of Funnily enough, it's like 11 p.m., which is like the earliest I've ever had like one of these deep conversations.
I
and
know.
and it's probably
And
like
this is the latest I have ever been going to bed since in the past 2 weeks.
it's okay. I'll let you go to bed in like 10 minutes. But
Yeah, yeah.
this is also like the furthest that I've gone because like I've never had like this feeling of a deep understanding of what it means to be alive, of what it means to exist. Like I've had moments where I've been meditating and just in between this meditation I feel my skin dissolve into the air. Right? I'm not even exaggerating when I say this, but it's like I've had those moments where like having a very deep, profound understanding of myself, of my existence. It's like it's very rare that it happens, and I feel like this is like the first time I've had a situation with other people present where like I've been able to really tap into that real understanding.
Yeah. Dude, I've had what I thought were deep conversations with some of the closest people in my life, and then there's this.
Dude, it's like
Like,
the deep conversations you have when you're like 16, 17, 18. It's about like, oh man, society doesn't treat men well.
I was talking about Alan Watts to this girl
Yeah.
when I was 15 years old in 2020, and based on what I know about him, I was probably just looking for a validation that yeah, I listen to Alan Watts and I know about it. And yeah, we had I won't go over there because it's a recording, but yeah, I've had deep conversations with people that were very close to me, and like it's nothing, not even in relation to this conversation, but it is genuinely nothing in the face of the planet, honestly. Because we'll have this conversation, even this conversation, we'll have this conversation, might forget about it in a couple of weeks. Nothing's changed, honestly. Nothing changes. Yeah, you look at the world a bit differently, and you forget about the fact that even happened. So, like, what's? I mean, there's a point to it. I'm not trying to depress you guys and be like, oh,
But
there's no point in it.
I don't know. To me, it doesn't depress me. It just makes me feel happy because like I'm just like I'm at terms with the way the world is. It's just you have these incredible experiences and they just go away.
Exactly, because
To me, it's just
I
that it keeps me sort of fearless, right? I mean, what do I have to fear? I mean, I'm gonna live for around 70 years. That's also pushing it, but that's all I have. And really, I mean, any decision that I take, I think when I start considering politics into it or economics into it, it doesn't really matter. What always is gonna matter is what I want to do. And these sort of conversations, this movie, it just gives me that realization. And I'm probably gonna go to sleep today with a lot of comfort rather than having existential dread. And yeah, it's one of the few feelings that I always really value in my life, and it's yeah, it sets me up for a better future at least I think.
I wish Parth was here right now.
We
Is
have
he
to
going
wait
to see
for him.
Bali?
No, he's. I think I don't know what he's doing. I don't know if he knows we're on a call. I mean, he probably don't
He's
stop
still
talking and
sleeping.
all, but
I I I have a quote to close this.
yeah.
Wait.
Wait, okay, wait. If you're closing this, let me say something
Yeah.
before that. Yeah, just what you said about not being depressed by it. I feel like if I look in retrospect now, that's subconsciously exactly how I've been living my life because I honestly do not feel any grief in talking about the beautiful experiences I've had with people or without people in the past. And I mean, it's a mindset thing because sometimes I feel really sad about it, but when I'm in this kind of space with these kind of people and this kind of conversation, I feel like that grief has just been lifted off me, and like it's like this little angel behind me, like, shh, you don't have to think about that in that way. Just chill. And I feel like that's just a very beautiful way of looking at things, and it just comes naturally when you tap into a certain like dimension of conversation,
You
and
just think about it. I have never met you in my life. I've seen you once before
I
on a
know
video
nothing
call.
about you. Exactly. We know nothing about each other. I don't know enough about Abhay. Literally.
You met him like what, 1.5 months ago?
3 weeks ago. Yeah, like a month ago.
Like even part when he was introducing you and me to each other, he was like, yo, you're gonna love this guy. And then like when I
Yeah.
was talking about you to Rilka, I was like, yo, you're gonna love this guy.
I honestly I did not expect to feel so connected to you the first time I met you. And I feel like it's gonna be the same with Aryan. But I mean we've kind of already met,
This is
just
the
not
power
physically.
of networking.
Exactly.
We're all business
Yeah, do
pros,
you
right?
remember? Yeah. I don't want to
What did
talk
you
about
say?
it in this recording, but do you remember when I was at your place, Abhik, and I was talking about how everything is just interconnected to that one guy in a society?
Yeah. It's kind
It's
of
crazy.
absurd. It's fucking absurd.
Yeah.
Do you guys want me to close?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Okay. There's a Nietzsche quote: "Battle not with monsters, lest ye become a monster. And if you gaze into the abyss gazes also into you." And this was on the Lex Friedman podcast with Jordan Peterson. Jordan Peterson, of course, being a controversial figure, I find his philosophy, his takes on philosophy quite good and self-help. Jordan says, "But I would say bring it on. But I also say, knowing that he's absolutely right. But if you gaze into the abyss long enough, you see the light, not the darkness." Lex says, "That's a heck of a bet because it might distort your mind to where all you see is abyss, is the evil in the world." Well, then I would say you haven't looked long enough.
Amen.
And yeah,
That's enough.
it just relates to everything. It's so that for me personally. I'll tell you my experience with this. Um, I've dealt with suicidal thoughts, depression, this existential dread, why I exist, and everything. And I've had this existential dread for several years. I had it for I think 5 or 6 years, and only very recently, like after my breakup and everything, after I began to sit down with my thoughts and I started journaling and I started just sitting and thinking. I I had this realization like of how of like why and how everything exists, and like this very deep understanding of all the interconnectedness in the world. And I feel like for me that is what this quote means, that if you look deep enough into the abyss, which is metaphysics, if you look deep into it, it'll if you stare deep into it, it'll stare back into you. However, if you keep going and you don't stop going, you'll come out of it in a full circle, right? You'll come out the tunnel and you'll be back where you kind of started, but with the experience of traversing the whole the traversing the whole tunnel. That's my understanding.
Actually, in all honesty, I feel like I have the exact opposite story, but I think it ties in to the whole circular notion of that tunnel because personally, I've been growing up in like a bubble. If you, I mean, you know this, Abhik, in Nahar, if you're, if you know just people from Nahar, the type of school it is, it's almost like a safe haven or like a bubble. It's not as bad as schools can get. And so right now I feel like I've learned a lot. I need to apply it to life, like build more friendships, relationships. I've never been in a relationship, so that's going to be new for me. And and then I have another period of sort of thinking for a couple of years. You learn things, and then you go back and experience and put all that knowledge into work again. I think it's going to work like that, like a wave.
That's an interesting way to look at it. By the way, I put up an endless poster in my closet.
I saw it right now.
Yeah.
Sweet.
I think yeah, that's the purpose of this conversation. Is the purpose of everything we do. I think um, like everyone who's involved in like this kind of project, whatever we have going on, I think we have a pretty good head start.
Yeah.
That's undeniable. It's not, you can't
It's just
protest
awesome
that.
here, the way I see it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
by
by
the
the
way,
way,
Rudra, what's your last name? Just
oh,
curious.
it's Karpe. Karp.
Are you Maharashtrian?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Good.
Yeah, my mother tongue is Marathi.
Same.
You're also Maharashtrian.
Because, yeah,
Oh, I thought it was Hindi.
no, no. Because I was going through reels and I kept getting like Marathi film reels and it was liked by you and Parth. So
Oh
that's why I
yeah.
thought.
Oh shit. Yeah, there's these Marathi films. I feel like it's a genre we need to explore. because there's pretty bad Marathi films, there's pretty funny Marathi films. There's like these one or two gems that you find. That's like it's filmed with a completely like I don't know. It reminds me of the Lunchbox, but you guys haven't seen it, so I can't really relate that well. But like the atmosphere that they create doesn't feel Marathi, but everything about it is as Maharashtrian as it can be, and it's a very like it's mostly tied with religion and God because that's what it's based around mostly. So like we definitely need to try to look at that.
I think I need to
There's
learn
this
Marathi.
there's this quote, by the way. Okay,
Yeah.
it's a Maharashtrian quote. I don't know if you've heard of it, like, or you, but it's वेड लागल्याशिवाय इतिहास घडत नाही.
Yeah,
So
I've heard it.
it's my favorite quote, and it means without madness you can't achieve history. So
Yeah, you can't
I
history.
think even like as a community, Maharashtrians, I feel like we're not as outgoing as we should be.
Definitely.
But that's what I'm trying to do personally. I don't know, subliminally, I've always like people say that Maharashtrians aren't entrepreneurs or something. So my greatest goal has always been to be an entrepreneur. Like that's what I've always wanted to do. And like 10 years down the line, I'd be like, booyah, you know.
To be honest, I've never seen myself really tied in with the community. Like it's never like, oh, I do something great and Maharashtrians will be known for it. It's honestly, I don't even really participate in a lot of the cultures. I mean, I do it as an obligation for my family, and it feels good and whatnot. But this whole, I feel like because of my dad, I kind of am a bit into Maharashtrian history, but voluntarily I'd never do that. Like I'd never try to learn about Shivaji or stuff like that. That's it's very closely tied with the religion that my mom practices, and
What
it's
religion
definitely
does she
beautiful.
practice?
I mean, it's just okay. So okay. So Shivaji's teacher. I don't know if it was teacher or someone who guided him, and it's Ramdas Swami. Do you know?
Hmm.
Yeah.
No.
Right. So it's like my favorite thing is that he's not a god. He's just someone who was directing Shivaji to make his plans or whatever. And I don't know much about it. I wish I could tell you, but yeah, I'm deliberately trying not to get too close to it because I feel like so there's this other side of Maharashtrians where it's like people who have a lot of money and a lot of power and they just want to show off, and it's mostly politicians and people
Yeah.
who think people like dadas, people in
Yeah.
white shirts, gold chains, a bullet, and all that, like that kind of whole thing. And then they preach Shivaji and then bows and all that shit. Like I get it, but it's like I don't want to be engulfed in that, so I try to keep away from it as much as possible. Yeah.
At home, and especially when I go out, for some reason, no one ever thinks I'm Maharashtrian. Like,
Yeah,
my
I
family
don't know what it
knows.
is.
Honestly, I've grown up around a lot of North Indian friends, so I don't have that
Yeah,
Marathi
I thought you were
accent in
North
any
Indian before.
language. Sorry?
I thought you were North Indian.
Yeah, exactly. No one thinks I'm Maharashtrian. Even when I go to like these small villages in Maharashtra when we're traveling, and when I start speaking Marathi, first two times they don't even respond to me. They respond to me in Hindi only. And then I still keep going. And then they always ask me, Tu kar Marathi hai? And then like I don't know, deep down it feels sort of bad, but I'm still proud of the sort of person I am.
I
So
kind of relate to that when I was a kid and when I went to Vic knows when I went to Amnora. I mean, Abhi doesn't know. He knows what Amnora is, but the people there, they were like Amnora crowd, just this wealthy township people, right? Mostly like grown up in nice households with a lot of money and privilege and all that stuff. And they like I sort of fit into them because of the way I look. I was much fairer. Like I was much whiter as a kid. And when I used to speak to them, I knew they were Marathi, and I spoke them to in Marathi. They're like, "Tu Marathi is," especially the teachers, because you could easily tell if a teacher is Marathi or not. And they get shocked by it. They ask my surname, and they're like, "Oh, like connect me to your mom." And so I don't know what it was about that. And the older I got, the more Marathi I started looking. So that like it got less by like 10th grade or 11th grade.
Bro,
I mean, let's be
it's kind of
honest.
crazy how like within India you have like all these subcultures and you can just kind of tell from someone's aura like where they're from.
Exactly.
Did you think I was Marathi?
No, I thought you were. I thought you. I mean, I didn't know, but I assumed that you spoke Hindi at home. That's the only assumption I had. But now that you say it, I can see like, that you look much more Marathi to me. That's actually, like, I don't know, based on where I live at least, people who speak Marathi and are very like educationally driven, like not in the sense of school and stuff, but like just want to learn new shit. People, I don't know how to describe people like us. It's
You know,
weird.
like I know this is sort of weird for Abhay because like we're having our own little thing, but
Yeah.
the thing is, I don't have a single Maharashtrian friend. So like this whole community and the way another Maharashtrian boy of my age thinks is just not known to me. So for
Yeah.
me, it's a great treat, honestly, to know a
I
Maharashtrian guy.
I guess the way I can say that every Maharashtrian friend I know of my age thinks nothing like me, or
Exactly.
doesn't. He wasn't exposed to the same things I was as a child. That I like the stuff I saw on YouTube, and then I that influenced me and stuff. And just the way I grew up and started thinking, no one thinks like that. And I could barely like one or two people, but like my cousins are completely left. Like just like I feel like an outcast within them sometimes. But I feel like I have to suppress so much of my thoughts around them, like because they just don't understand. And at some point, I did that with my family, my mom and my sister. And I'm like, no, I shouldn't. Like, it's fine if they don't get it. It's not your job to let them get it. Just at least be expressive of who you truly are.
Hmm.
That's what it was for me.
I
I
have
have
a
a
very
very
small
small
family
family
also,
also,
and
and
all
all
my
my
cousins
cousins
are
are
North
North
Indian
Indian
because
because
they
they
got
got
married
married
off
off
and
and
they
they
got
got
mixed
mixed
into
into
that.
that.
So,
So,
and
and
the
the
few
few
Maharashtrian
Maharashtrian
cousins
cousins
that
that
I
I
have,
have,
they're
they're
in
in
the
the
US
US
or
or
in
in
Germany.
Germany.
So,
So,
like
like
even
even
in
in
our
our
family,
family,
there
there
are
are
basically
basically
me,
me,
my
my
parents,
parents,
and
and
my
my
grandparents
grandparents
on
on
both
both
sides.
sides.
So
So
they're
they're
the
the
only
only
people
people
who
who
actually
actually
know
know
that
that
I
I
think
think
a
a
certain
certain
way
way
and
and
to
to
them
them
differently
differently
only.
only.
And
And
otherwise,
otherwise,
every
everyone in
other
the
family
family
thinks
thinks
I'm
I'm
just
just
a
a
guy
guy
who
who
gets
gets
decent
decent
grades
grades
and
and
just
just
gets
gets
through
through
life.
life.
And
And
some
some
people
people
think
think
I'm
I'm
dumb
dumb
as
as
hell
hell
as
as
well
well
because
because
I
I
remember
remember
when
when
my
my
board
board
results
results
came
came
out,
out,
I
I
got
got
a
a
92
92
or
or
something,
something,
and
and
my
my
parents
parents
they
they
never
never
talk
talk
about
about
anything
anything
like
like
about
about
my
my
grades
grades
to
to
anyone
anyone
because
because
I
I
don't
don't
want
want
them
them
to.
to.
Um,
Um,
and
and
then
then
a
a
lot
lot
of
of
people
people
came
came
up
up
to
to
me
me
saying,
saying,
"You
"You
got
got
92?"
92?"
They
They
started
started
questioning
questioning
me.
me.
Yeah, I want to kind of walk Abik into this a bit as well. Abik, just to you as well, I've always felt like I could never figure out a way to, I don't know, not put into a box, but to explain how, uh, like, okay, this person thinks like me, so I can invite him into that part of my personality, but this guy doesn't. And how do I make that differentiation? Like, what is it about that guy? Is it the way he grew up? Like, how do I say that you don't think like me, but you do? And I wish I could give an example. Uh, but all of these people that I know, that you guys don't know at all, so I can't really do that. Yeah.
Yeah, like you wanted to say something.
Yeah, I kind of forgot what I had to say. But this isn't what I want to say, but like even with me, I feel like I also have somewhat of an identity crisis in like a different way, because for me it's like I don't know where I'm from. Like I don't. So I had this conversation with my ex as well, and like it made me so like with her, she when I like up until that point, every time someone would ask me where I'm from, like I just say, oh, I'm from UP because that's where my dad's from, and my mom, my biological mom passed away, and she was from MP, so it's roughly the same area, right? So I just say that yeah, I'm from UP or whatever, but it's like it goes so much deeper than that because when I asked her like where are you from, she said, oh, a lot of times like I don't know where I'm from, even though she's lived in like two cities, right, Mysore and Pune, and she says that like you know what, I feel at home with Pune, and then like the way she described it, it made me like really think about how I view myself because with me it was like every 2 years I was moving cities, right? So I was born in Indore, then I was in Bareilly for 2 years.
No way. I was born in Devas, if you know what that is.
Is it
That's
close
like
by?
that's like 50 kilometers from Indore.
Damn.
It's like a small ass village, not a village, but a town.
Am I the only one who lived in the city you were born in? I guess so.
Yeah, sorry.
It's okay.
Yeah.
But that's cool to know.
My family is from Indore, by the way. My whole family. Anyway.
Oh yeah, that I think you might have said that before. That's why like I have that correlation of North Indian, but I'm not sure. But
Right.
anyway, so yeah, so I was born in Indore. Then I was in Bareilly for 2 years. Then we moved to the UAE. वहाँ पर in Dubai, I was there for like a year or two. Then we were in Sharjah or Dubai. I don't remember. And then we were there for 2 or 3 years. Then I changed schools. Then I was there for 3 months. Then I went to Abu Dhabi. I was there for 2 years, and then I went to Navi Mumbai, so Belapur. I was there for 1 year. Then I came to Nahar. I was there for 1 year. Then I came to Pune. I lived in Aspire Towers. I was there for 1 year. Then I went back to Nahar. It's like there's all this back and forth, and like I've never stayed in a place for like more than 2 years. Like this is gonna be the first time I've stayed in one place for 3 years straight, right? So I have like a identity, and I've noticed this a lot with a lot of creative individuals. Like it's not all creative individuals have this, but everyone who's been through a childhood of a lot of change, not necessarily like any familiar change like I've had, but just like change in their surroundings, like moving from one house to the next. Because even when I've lived in the same city, I've changed houses. It's like you learn to observe your surroundings, and that's where creativity comes from. So, Andrew, you described this really well. Creativity is the expression of the human experience, is some form of expression of the human experience. Now, you can find that in every form of creativity if you think hard. So, like, I'll send you guys the podcast if you want. He explained it really well, and that's basically what it is because like you surround yourself with new things, especially as a child, because as a child you're super observant, right? Your mind is wired in a way to really focus on how you can fit in order to survive, right? That's what evolutionary psychology would suggest. So that's basically what it is. You spend so much time observing your surroundings, learning how to fit in, and that's ultimately what makes you a creative person.
Dude, like that makes so much sense, but weirdly from not my own perspective. And like okay, so with my ex, since she's half Japanese, I okay, so she's always talked about how she never felt like she belonged in India and how she felt at home in Japan. And it's like she was born in Bangalore or something. I don't even know. I forgot. Sorry if that's wrong. But and the thing is, I saw that. I saw that in the way she acted, the way she talked. And I know nothing, not a lot about Japan, but I could see that influence through the tiniest of human behaviors. And I actually didn't see that up until like before when she was getting into design college, and I saw a lot of her work that she was making for her portfolio and stuff. And I'm like, this is a lot of Japanese influence, and most of it is not even deliberate. It's like that's just how she does art, and that's where it comes from. Because I'm pretty sure she lived in Japan when she was a kid as well. Uh, so it's weird how I can't relate that to my own experiences because I've barely traveled, and my experiences with travel haven't really uh, influenced my creativity or my art. But seeing that from a distance is a whole different thing because I've kind of experienced that to the fullest level, I guess you could say.
Your
You know,
creativity,
Nick,
I feel like your
what you
creativity
said.
hasn't influenced. I'm sorry, your you haven't. You're still a creative person, and the reason for that is all the media you've consumed. So that's still a form of human experience.
Yeah, I was speaking in terms of traveling, like only.
You know, you said that what makes some of us creators is moving around and therefore experiencing and observing a lot of things. But what I would add to that is we never stuck to any place because what happens is when I went to Singapore for 3 years, I had friends who entered the same school as I did in the same year, coming from India, but within a year they developed an accent because they wanted and they were trying so hard to fit into that sort of environment. But to me, I can be very, fortunate, or I can express gratitude to God or whoever. Somehow I never felt that was right. So I stuck to who I was. I mean, it's the small things. I still had the same accent. I was never embarrassed to speak Hindi, Marathi in front of my in front of my other friends. So those things, they stuck to me, and so I never fixated myself upon creating a foreign identity because you know how it is in India. Having that accent will always get you so much more cred,
Oh
especially
yeah.
with parents in your professional life. If I had that accent right now, I bet you would have also thought I'm a dickhead. But still, in general also. So um, because we sort of made that decision, right now we have the liberty to move around and to actually think about who we are, what we are, and what we're experiencing. So, similar to your story, I was born in Devas, didn't stay there for long. Then I was in Indore for the first year. Then I moved to Hyderabad for like 6, 7 years. Then Mumbai 2 years, Singapore 3 years, and now I'm finally in Mumbai. So I also remember when I came to Mumbai, I hated, like I just absolutely hated it. I had that whole foreigner's perspective of, oh, it's so dirty.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
there's public transport. I don't get taxis. Like this bitchy ass attitude. And today, I would say pretty proudly that I'm from Mumbai. I used to say that no, I'm Hyderabadi, even though I stayed there for like first 6 years of my life, which doesn't really count. So yeah, I mean, I'm still not gonna stay connected to one place. Who knows? Maybe I move to a new geography and I stay there for the next 20 years. But I think somehow I might just tie myself down to Mumbai again. I don't.
Honestly, even I feel that a lot. Like what you said, moving from Abu Dhabi to Mumbai, it's like it's very different. And even for me, like I know I've only spent like I've spent now it's gonna be 4 years in Pune in total and 3 years in Mumbai. I feel like I'm I feel like a lot of like my just who I am right now, a lot of it is shaped by like these two cities. So I feel like I'm just like somewhere in between. So I'm like Lonavala or something. I don't know.
It's honestly really um, exciting for me because I haven't the most I've traveled. Okay, so I was born in Pimpri, then I lived in Pimpri, and then I shifted to Vimannagar, and then I came here in Hadamsar, and that's all basically within a 20-kilometer radius, and like maybe 30. And so when I came here to Hadamsar, I had no clue that I was shifting here. I basically woke up here, and I had no clue where I was. I was a kid, and I could sense, and I couldn't say it, but I could sense that oh, we're in the same city. Definitely didn't feel all that different. And like 3 weeks, 4 weeks when I started settling here, and I started asking my mom exactly what happened. She's like, oh yeah, we're in the same place. Like it's like 10 minutes away. And I mean, it's not, but technically it is. And I I can't wait to inevitably, which I'm going to travel and see how that shapes my experience because it's because you experience the same things at a different age. It gives you a completely different
Perspective.
like a wave to ride on. Yeah. So if you guys on the flip side have experienced your whole life basically moving, then that has affected you in a completely different way. Then it is going to affect me when I'm gonna start traveling and start experiencing different cultures and stuff like that. So I'm just really looking forward to how that will pan out for me.
It's very
I
interesting.
remember 2 weeks ago, I told one of my friends, "Oh, you're the longest time I've ever had a friend." And so before that, they said, "Oh, my oldest friend is like 13 years. He's been with me for 13 years." I have one friend who've lived in each other's proximity for 17 years of their life. So they've been at a 5 minute walk distance for 17 years of my life. And then I said 4 years because that's how long I've been in Mumbai. And that was something like a perspective change. I just never had the time to settle and make friends for that long. And the thing is, it's going to change again because now I'm headed to college. Then college is only 4 years. Everyone's going to go their ways. So, whatever stability that people had in their childhood, especially the people before in our generation, I don't think I'm ever going to have that. But,
Dude, I relate to that so badly. Just that feeling of like all your friends have been around each other for like their whole childhood, and you're like the new kid on the block, you know. And it's like, you know, even if you have managed to like get along with them or whatever, it just you just kind of feel out of place all the time. And like as a kid, it feels horrible, but like over time, you just kind of realize that this is your superpower. You know, just the ability to be adaptable to change, just being able to go from like different phases in life. And even with like ruler, he's like stayed in the same city, but he's had like so much change in his life, right? You've had like different friend groups. You've moved play, even though you've moved like within 15 minutes, you've had your entire lifestyle change, like family change, whatever it is, right? So
Yeah,
it's like
it's been radical.
I think change is like the best thing a child can experience. It's something that I kind of regret that my sisters won't be able to experience, because my dad's he's like found success in his own life and he's able to settle down. But even that, like recently we were just our family, like we were coming back from Ahmedabad, me and my parents, and we were just discussing like what if we moved to Ahmedabad, because Ahmedabad is an incredible city. It's a beautiful city. It's so well built and so well maintained. And like we were just talking about that, and like we came back and we just like mentioned it to my sisters, and they hated like listening to that so much, and they were like complaining, it's like nahi na please nahi jana. And like immediately I thought of like the situation I was in when I was saying those exact same things, and I was like sitting on my dad's lap crying that I don't want to go to Pune. And like I just thought to myself that like if they get to experience it, it'll be so good for them, because you just learn so much about life.
Yeah, definitely. That's one of the things I've been thinking about, how change is important. Not even necessarily good or bad. Like there's ways to look at that, but it's important. You cannot live your life without changing. Never be. People won't be able to sustain living if nothing changed. Like they just
I,
die of boredom.
I don't know how to say this without sounding like weird, cocky, slash arrogant, but like you and me, Avik, because we moved around in geographies, like people don't really think of it that way. A lot of people slip into different cycles of thoughts and they don't see it as something to be grateful for. They see it as a good backstory, which I guess, I mean, we also do to a certain extent. But yeah, I mean, I'm pretty grateful that I was able to develop such thoughts.
I think I used to think that this was, so you know how like everything like you are shaped by either nature or nurture, so genetics or environment. And I used to think that a lot of this was just like by accident, that I got to be like this mindful about my surroundings. And of course meditation has helped to an extent. I don't, do you meditate?
No, not at all.
Okay, I feel like, dude, if you would meditate, then these effects they would like multiply by 10, 100 even. So, but basically, my point is that I used to think that a lot of like just being mindful was about just nurture. It just seemed to happen, but there's like theories around IQ and stuff, and how a lot of it is actually genetic. So you can't. I don't know if you've had the same issue where you just like think that, oh, you know, I'm smart by accident or whatever. I don't know if you've had that. Have you guys had that?
Sometimes.
Yeah.
I don't know what to call it, and that's what I'm a bit skeptical on. Because I know friends have said it, my parents say it, but it's like their dude. I mean, they've always said that I'm the type of figure that they weren't able to get close to, but they wish they had, or they think of me as someone who's smart but not in the academic sense. And I'm not even bullshitting. I have a T-shirt of our farewell. People write down things, and people have written it. So it's not my interpretation of it. It's
Yeah.
true. So it's but I don't know how to apply it or like what to do with it.
Hmm. I even for me, it's been like I've had. So for example, I had this one instance where me, one of my mamas, and my dad were driving to Koregaon Park. We were in the car, and we were just having discussions about random things. And then my mama asked me my opinion on something like why do I think people do something a certain way, and I gave like a, and I all I said was that I don't I don't know why they do it, but he said like, oh, but why do you think? And I gave like the whole logical reason that I don't want to comment on something because I don't know it. And after that, like he just started looking at me differently. And later on, like he didn't do this in front of me, but like he went to my dad and was like, he might have noticed like other things about me as well. But this was like a while back, this was like a couple years ago. And like he just went up to my dad and he said that like, I know he's gonna do great things. Like he's gonna grow up and he's just different. And I hear this from my coaching teachers, especially now that like I've been allowing myself to actually like let that energy shine through. It's like seeing people around you say that shit. It's so empowering, and it
Right?
motivates you to do things like this. What we're doing right now, to actually take the initiative to start up a group of just like-minded people, or like just create a new environment, whatever it is. It's very very powerful doing that.
But that is also my greatest fear that we do this shit, but it doesn't have any relevance to the real world. Which, see, I mean, I understand that it's great for developing our own thoughts, sharing our own thoughts, and most importantly, becoming friends. But other than that, I think it is my duty to showcase that to people and actually reap some monetary benefits or um, my greatest thing is to have the liberty to do what I want, which is only obtained when you be something. So,
Yeah.
like, you have to do something with this in order to get to that place.
I think so. Just something that I've observed, and like it's just another one of those understandings that come through meditation and mindfulness is that any and every single conversation you have provides immense value to you. So think of it this way. So when you have, so say in business, right? If you say you're a freelancer, and typically for freelancers or people who just do any kind of entrepreneurial work, your time is worth a certain monetary value, right? So an hour of your work is worth like let's say for example say $40, right? Say you say you spend um, $30 a day to take on average to take a taxi instead of public transport, that's still that's still way more beneficial to you than not spending any money at all and taking public transport. Like even monetarily because you've done the calculations. In a similar way, on a deeper level, the way I see it, having conversation right now like this, it increases so many skills. It because conversations like these, not only do they help you create bonds with other people, but they literally change the way your brain is formed. They open up neural pathways. They open up different ways of thinking. They create logical layers in your brain, right? So this is one of those things that we talked about, right? About how if you if you never lie, you don't have to think about what you have to say, right? We talked about this, and it's it's a similar principle just applied on a level that if you think about things enough, you won't have to think twice before arguing with someone, before debating something. So even this conversation right now, it's opening up so many neural pathways that later on in life, when you have to convey the reasoning for something, when you have to sit down and tell someone why you did something, you can go on a really, really, really deep level to make them understand. So the way I see it, every single conversation has some form of value. And this is something that I've realized through just simply sitting, thinking, and just being mindful. So this is what I mean when I talk about just trying out meditation, because I feel like meditation is the number one thing that will get you far in life. Not because like it gives you some kind of superpower that increase your attention span, which it does, but it changes the way that your mind thinks.
Dude, the thing you said about being smart and not people realizing it or whatever, or people actually realizing it. I can actually not relate to that, and I'll tell you why. It's not that I don't believe that I have something like that in me, because I'm sure I do, and I see it every single day. But the fault is mine. I have always suppressed. Uh, yeah, I've just suppressed the way I thought and what I wanted to say about it, especially with my family. It, like actually only with my family, because I felt like I would be judged for it, or that no, and that's not their fault at all.
Yeah.
It's just me being a little pussy and being afraid of their reaction. And it's still like that. It's still like that to this day. I feel like I can not connect to someone on a deeper level, and so they never get to see my intelligent side of the, not even intelligent, just my interesting take on the same thing. And I see, and I hear my aunts talking about this specifically, or my cousins, my younger cousins talking about something, and I'm like, I want to add a point, but I'm just gonna sit back and listen. And it literally is my fault. And you know what happens? So I know Abhik knows, but Aryan might not know. I'm kind of disconnected with my dad in terms of how the family is right now. But and not right now, just how it has mostly been for the past like 10 years or something. But my dad, I've been similarly suppressed with my dad, just a bit less, right? Because I feel like I can talk to him about some things more deeper than my mom. With my mom, it's mostly like surface level conversations, and sometimes, deeper conversations about relationships and stuff. Because my sister was planning to get married soon, so that topic comes up. But with my dad, it's always like meditation and going to a temple and then going for a trek and then going to Mumbai to go to this car show, and just things that actually excite me. But it's such a shame that I'm not close to him, and it is my fault. And the here's the thing. Here's what happens. There's leaks from which my dad sees my actual potential, where he like sees something that I made in like in a book that's just randomly in my room, and he goes through it. And if I'm sleeping or something, and he comes to visit me, just goes through my book, and I'm fine with it, right? And says nothing about it. And I know he's done that. And somebody might have read my journal, and I know my mom has read my breakup journal. And I know these people know that, but they don't say anything about it. I don't even notice the difference. And it's, yeah, I should change my ways, I guess. I should be more open with them. But to, like, sometimes it makes me feel like if it's even worth it, or if it even will make a change. Like, yeah, you notice it, yeah, you acknowledge me for it. But what is even going to change? Yeah, maybe you know me a bit better now, but that's it.
So I don't know if Aryan can relate to this, but that was it was a very similar case for me in my family. Mainly the reason was that like my dad, he's like this joking sort of character, and he like make a joke out of everything. So if anyone says anything that's like even mildly serious, like he'll turn it into a joke. And I kind of suppressed my ability to talk in my family. It might not be as much as yours, like, or whatever it is with you, but like I can definitely relate to that. Just like this fear of being judged within your own family, and just and the reason why that, like, my dad, he's always been like super suppressing of like whatever energy I have. He's also had this acknowledgement of like my potential, because like he knows it within himself, and he's like, I know for somehow like the genes must have transferred from me to my kid or something, or he might have noticed some things that I haven't. So like it took a long time for me to build up that courage to actually go and have serious conversations with my parents. Now every single time I sit down with my parents, like they listen so intently, because I do research on shit like evolutionary psychology, which is like it's controversial for like separate reasons, but like evolutionary psychology is like it's like it makes so much sense, right? So like I just sat down with them and I just like casually mentioned about how like certain urges will be because of evolutionary psychology reasons, and like it just like I could see it on their faces. It kind of blew their mind, and they were just like listening so intently.
Dude, for me, it's also a bit of a language barrier because I find it hard to articulate something in Marathi. But I'll tell you something, when I walked into your house and I just experienced that atmosphere for like the first 10 minutes, it wasn't even an assumption, it was a calculated guess that I knew you were connected to your family on that level, that they knew what you thought and the way you thought. And I was instantly taken, not taken aback. I was just, because I've seen that with a lot of other families as well. Uh, but with me, it was like I try to closet it. I try to like just someone enters the room, I stop talking about it and just be silent. And then they leave, and then I continue talking about it.
I want to let Aryan speak on this, but like, um, this is not something that happens naturally because a year ago, if you would have seen the state my household was in, and this is effort I put in from my side, from like there was, and I've very I don't like talking about this because it was like a really dark time in like our family overall, but the house my household was horrible. I don't want to go into too much detail or like turn this into a tangent, but like it was the complete opposite, and like to a degree which I can't even describe. It was the complete opposite of what you just described, and it makes me feel so good just to hear you do that because this is the product of my own work and my mom's work and my dad's work.
That's powerful to say it out loud.
Dude, it's yeah, and you know what? It's the littlest things. Like when we first joined the Discord thing, and then you were talking to your sisters, I think, and I don't remember. I wasn't paying attention, but I just heard her say "I love you," and then you said it back. I could never. That's not a thing in my house, honestly. And it's not it's not nothing. That's what I'm saying.
I think you
Yeah,
should start doing it just out of the
yeah,
blue. It's
yeah.
going to be difficult at the start, but then they'll start saying it as well, and it compounds.
Yeah, nice.
I actually just wanted to share something, speaking of potential. So, I got this really impactful letter from one of my teachers. I don't know if you know Zoe, ma'am. Do you?
Uh, the short, plump librarian.
Yeah, and she had like green eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, she was actually my theater teacher when we did like our IB production.
Yeah.
And at the end of it, like when we graduated, quote unquote graduated, she wrote me a letter. And I just wanted to read it out because it sort of sparked this thing in me that I got to do something with my life. So if you don't mind, I'll just read it out.
Yeah, go
Yeah,
ahead.
yeah,
So she said, Dear Aryan, writing this letter has opened so many memories and it just flashed in front of me. Aryan, you will always be my perfect Iago, which was the character I played. Person with immense core strength and patience. Aryan, you are blessed with an amazing mind which has a different take and perspective on things that seem so mundane. Your one comment makes things so different and it amazes me. Aryan, you are the most empathetic person I have come across. Um, Wait. Only an empathetic person could play Iago so well. Your quiet, calm demeanor has always surprised me. You always have a balanced approach. You rarely are angry or too emotional. You have the perfect balance of being practical and being impractical. Your practical, pragmatic way of dealing with things may be giving an impression of you being very tough and insensitive too at times. But I feel that makes you strong and powerful. You have clarity of things around you. I am sure there are many accolades and great achievements waiting for you. Stay the same always. I wish you all the best in all your endeavors. Stay in touch, shine bright. All the best. Like, bro,
Fuck.
when you receive something like this, like, you've got to do something.
Dude, I'm so happy for you that you got that. Like, it's damn. And
I'm
like,
speechless.
wait, I got something similar, but it's way shorter. I got it from. Do you remember? Anjana Iyer, Miss Anjana Iyer.
Oh, the psychology teacher.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Um,
yeah.
when I was leaving after 10th, she gave me like a little letter as well, but she gave it to everyone who sort of attended. I'm trying to find it right now. Oh wait,
Yes, we're all putting out things.
Don't pull out your cock.
I haven't read this in like ever since I left NIS by the way. This one isn't like this one isn't as like coming of age really special, but it's just stuck with me like it's just like a personal letter from like a teacher or like someone at school. Dear Abhik, you have a vibe that can conquer any challenge, the ability to achieve what you set your heart on. It's all about you being able to see it and put it to use. Remember that wherever you go and whatever you do, the child in you will continue to guide you with honesty. Keep in touch with that child within. Happy Children's Day, Miss Anjana Iyer.
But you should write to her.
Dude,
Like tomorrow.
I texted her on LinkedIn, right? Because I've actually been doing this recently. I've been texting a lot of old teachers, and asking them if they'd be willing to do an interview with me for a podcast. I haven't told this to anyone, but like this is a project that I have like sitting in the background right now. So it's like I'm just gonna do, and this is inspired by you, Rudra. That day when you showed me that interview with like
My
yeah, yeah,
yes.
yeah. It's like I was like, why don't I just like go and have like conversations with people? Like I had the idea of interviewing my dad as like a time capsule sort of thing for like whenever he passes away and like I played or whatever. And like I thought like why don't I do that with a bunch of people? And it's like so yeah I texted her. She said I. So I asked her like, do you even remember me? And she's like, of course I remember you. Okay, and like that felt so good. And yeah, so I'm gonna interview her. I'm gonna get back to her in a couple of weeks. I'm gonna interview her.
Stuff like
That's
stuff
amazing.
like that makes me more wish I had better relationships with my teachers in school.
Dude, honestly, unfortunately, like I've noticed that just like anything other than international schools, like it sounds extremely elitist and like prejudiced to say this, but like you really won't get like the same amount of teachers that like actually care about you.
I, dude, I had this teacher. Her name was Aram Sheikh, and oh my god, I have never met a more passionate teacher who likes to curse. She was the most badass motherfucker in the whole school. The principal was like, she used to ask her for opinions, like on I don't know shit, but they used to have conversations like they were friends. And I'm like, what is this? What is this like power balance kind of thing? She's a teacher and she's a principal. I've met teachers that are scared to even see the principal, and then here she is just chatting with this principal like it's nothing. It's, I wish I could still be in contact with her. And I feel like at one point, if you like build up enough rapport, you don't even have to have a good relationship with them. You can just just reach out to them and be like, yeah, just come, just be on a podcast with me as with your old student that you forgot
That's the
about.
ideal. It's like I build myself up to a level where it's like I can go up to anyone and they'll be like, yeah, sure, I'd love to do this with you.
But since we're all sharing letters, I'll share one. I won't read it out. It's from my dad for my 18th birthday, and okay, everything about the letter except for the letter itself is everything to me. And I mean, obviously the contents of the letter are its own different thing, but so the gold envelope, and so he calls me Rudraji. That's what he put here. Anek Abhinandan Rudraji, and then yeah, just everything. Man. He has the most beautiful handwriting ever. I wish I could. It's like
Yeah,
print. It's like
Yeah.
print.
it's
And
so well
he
done.
yeah, just it's the littlest things that is in Marathi.
Bro, that
Man.
symbol is gonna stick with you for the rest of your life. That little flower or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he actually wrote a poem for me, and I don't have it because he read it out to me. Like he sang the poem when he gave me this. and we were together in his car, and yeah,
Damn.
and I forgot about this. I'm not gonna lie, I forgot about this until you guys mentioned about letters. I'm like, wait, I have this letter from my dad. Yeah.
Bro, I'm gonna get emotional.
I should be nicer to my dad. Doesn't deserve it.
I'm really glad that you have that letter though.
Yeah. There's so much more shit that I wish I could show, but uh, I mean, it's got my ex, so nobody gonna. I do want to show it to people, just not in this context, I guess.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah. Then I guess speaking of symbolism, I do have something else. So, uh, her dad got her brother a perfume from Chanel, and it came with a free sample. And she told me that when I saw this free sample, it reminded me of you, and then she gave it to me. And I used it because obviously I would, but one day I was like, wait, I don't want to finish this, and it's still there. It's literally like encapsulated, like an encapsulation of the past is what I look at it, and it's never going away because like this, unless it evaporates somehow. And this is one of like tens of things. I'll show you the.
On a side note, a woman's perfume can last with you forever. Like, if it's the right person.
What?
I have this box and I put a Frank Ocean poster on it, but it's just filled with stuff.
Oh man.
Yeah.
What were you saying, Aryan?
No, just so that in general, on a side note, someone that you like, their perfume stays with you forever. Like, I know what my dad's been wearing the same perfume for almost 10 years or whatever, my whole life. So when I go on a pillow and if I smell, I know, okay, this is my dad's. I just know whose it is.
Dude, I have. Okay, I don't know if this has happened to you. I mean, I'm asking now because I know he's been in a relationship before. But you know how a person smells a certain way, right? And you get used to that. But in the first, it's kind of like new to you. You're like, oh, okay, this is how they smell, whether it's their shampoo or perfume or whatever. But like, after long periods of being away from them, not even in the case of a breakup, you randomly have that smell somewhere in public. Have you had that?
Dude. What? Oh my god. So my ex, like, majority of the time we spent was online because we started talking like literally on the last day of school. I texted her, which, oh my god, it is 2 hours from now will be the 1 year anniversary of the first text that I ever sent to her. Okay? That's why I posted that close friend story. This last 1 year has been insane. It's because I was thinking about that exact moment. Right? So, like, most of our relationship was online or whatever. We like literally only met like 6 or 7 times, which is crazy to think about. But
Yeah.
but like it was I remember like the smell over here, right? And like after we broke up, I remember like I was still in contact for like for a few weeks, and in that process, like I was getting on the bus, and and like I don't know which direction it came from, but I smelled it, and immediately like I went and I texted her. It's like it's yeah, and it doesn't even have to be like the smell of the perfume or deodorant or shampoo or whatever. It could be. It's like a lot of times it's just pheromones.
Yeah, and so for me it happened twice after the breakup, both times. So once was very like kind of weird. So my sister came out of the shower, and I went in to take a piss or whatever, and I heard this I smelled a shampoo. I didn't know it was a shampoo, but I immediately thought of her. And then I look behind and I'm like, oh, someone just showered, and it's my sister, and it's probably the same shampoo that she used. So that was that. But this other time, it was okay. So I was traveling. Actually, don't remember what I was doing, but I'm pretty certain I was traveling to my college in the bus and like the public transport. And someone just moved past me, and I was sitting, and just saw this old lady, and I smelled that, and I looked at her, and she looked at me, and yeah, I don't know. I just forgot about it, but I reached college, and I'm like, what the fuck was that? Yeah.
Dude, smell is crazy because we don't even think about this that much. Like those
Well,
senses.
you know, you asked me the other day, I mean, asked Rudra that it was something to do with getting stuck in time or something, right?
Drowning in the past.
Drowning in the past. So the other day I was walking back home and I smelled like a hint of rain, yeah, okay, plus some garbage stench, and then I noticed the same scenery of me coming back to home after school. And I remember like it was 2017. I had this entire year where I just returned from Singapore, and that whole year was just so unreal to me. It was like a fever dream, and within like a second, I was back in 2017. So when I came back home, I played the same songs that day. I didn't really study that day either, but like it changed my whole mood. It's just because of that one scent and the color of the sky. So that, and then ever since then, especially the past month, because I'm slowly coming to the realization that it's all coming to an end. Like schooling is coming to an end. I'm going to leave my parents and be in another university. Definitely not in the same city because I made that decision. So like when my mom cooks me a snack or something, it takes me back to like a particular time, and then I remember the friends that I had back then. Like it's just so weird right now, but pretty cool.
Man, I was having this conversation with someone about how it's so weird right now, and I was 15, and it's like, yeah, I was still like things were still changing back then. Like I was really new of this whole people thing, like just new people, right? Like the first person I met after I got out of 10th was this half Japanese girl. That's the stupidest thing, right? Yeah, and I feel like life is it's constantly new things that I feel like we'll be 30 at one point and be like, this feels so weird right now. Did you stop recording?
You still have it?
No, it's okay. Keep recording.
Oh shit.
You said something in general. I thought you was just yeah.
Um. So. So I just wanted to mention, like like last Friday when we sat down, I mentioned that thing about how documentation is the only modern thing that we have that I feel like is. I don't know if it was yours, Sujal. I can't remember exactly. But
I don't think it was me.
okay, so basically, just every modern invention that exists, obviously it seeks to solve a problem, but it also has its own vices, right? So every single thing you can think of, that's how the world of business still works. Is because every product that you make, every service that you create, it creates new problems for you to solve, right? So let me just give an example of this. The whole problem with PayPal, right? Not PayPal, just like the whole need for having digital currency is because you have physical currency and it's not fully reliable.
Oh, it was us. It was us. Yeah, we talked about this.
Yeah. So yeah, I was gonna go take a piss, but yeah,
Yeah.
it's just that thing that I mentioned about like taking photos, videos, writing, journaling, um, just experiences, being able to document them is so incredible. It's insane. Like the probably the biggest vice of this is that people get too caught up in it, which like I s- or maybe because I have like this law in my head that exists. It's like that everything that exists has is a net neutral because it creates the same amount of problems that it solves, right?
Yeah, yeah,
So I have this idea for everything, but I also have this idea that everything that exists is original, and then I give you that example of the cube. Right? So I feel
yeah,
like documentation, the the difference between us and other species is to create, right? But when we create something, we put something that exists throughout the time space continuum, right?
yeah,
So right now experiences don't exist. They're just in the present. They exist in the
yeah.
present, and then they vanish. They only exist in your memory, which isn't a physical realm. And what documentation does is that it breaks that law.
Documentation is in essence physical memory,
Exactly.
digital, but yeah,
I mean,
physical
document.
as well.
Yeah, it is physical because even like digital memory is physical. Like you're still saving it
Yeah,
on an SSD card.
yeah, and like so like if we go back to the older stages, like people drawing on rocks and shit, that's documentation.
Yeah, it is. And that
Imagine if the people of that time had the technology of now to document, the world would like collapse.
So I think maybe I'll have to do a little more meditation and thinking on just the whole concept of documentation and try and figure out how it might be a net neutral. But up until that point, up until like this moment, it's always been that like okay, documentation is 100% the only net positive that exists within the human experience.
Yeah,
Also, what do you guys want to do with this recording?
just keep it. We can post it. I mean, you can post it. I'm fine with that.
You cool with that, Arvind?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll post it on my channel as well.
Okay,
I
Ben.
only have one video anyway.
Okay. Just before I close this, we also have something. Uh, you guys remember the aluminium foil ball trend where you
Oh
like shine
god.
it?
I tried doing
Yeah,
it.
I tried it as well. And this was like way after the trend was
Wait,
dead.
what trend?
Where you take aluminium foil and then you make it into a ball and then you make it a shiny ball.
Oh,
Like you
I've
have,
seen it.
yeah.
Hmm.
This was way after the trend, but she tried making one and I still have it. It's tiny as fuck, but it's the thing. Yeah. And oh, okay. So this is like uh, 2 months in. I was yeah, 2 months. I was really into the Japanese culture, and there's this. I actually completely forgot what the whole culture, the whole ritual was. But it's basically this fruit. This is a fruit. I mean, not this, but this is supposed to replicate a fruit, or not a fruit, or some sort of delicacy that they make, and it's made of like maida and like sweet, something sweet, right? Gelatin or something, and then you're supposed to give it to someone as a gift, and then it's like it basically protects the relationship or something. So it has something to do with protection of something, and it's safe to assume it's of a relationship. And what you do is, have you seen in Japanese temples you tie a string to something, or not exactly Japanese, but you tie a string to like a pole or like a tree, and then that is symbolism for like trying to keep something safe or like trying to lock something down or like in a positive way. So in a specific Japanese ritual, you take a red string and you tie it on someone's finger. She didn't have a red string, so she took a white string and she like colored it red with a marker, and then yeah, she tied it around my finger and I still have it. So yeah, not bad, guys.
I
Yeah.
so on August the 18th or 19th it was. I was about to go to bed, and I was gonna meet my now ex the next day, and
August, you said?
huh?
What did you say? August?
August like 18th or 19th, something like that, mid to late August, and I remember that I was about to go to bed. Like at that time, things were a bit shaky because I was feeling like she just wasn't being present in the relationship. She wasn't, putting in enough effort to like text or call or whatever. So I was like, I'm so fucking glad I did this. So I was just about to go to bed. Like I had my eyes closed, and I was about to fall asleep, and I was like, shit, I should probably give her something to her. Like I already had like a book I wanted to give her. She still has the book right now, which I'm glad she does. But I was like, I really like want to do something for her. I want to make something personal. So I sat down and I wrote, I'm willing to like share this with you guys, but like I have to look for it. The letter is on my phone. So if you guys want, I'll share it with you guys. It was like 5-6 pages long, and you know how like our whole relationship was pretty much online, right, for the majority of the time. So we had a shit ton of screenshots and screen recordings. It was just like Google Meets. If you go onto my Finsta, wait, I removed everyone from my Finsta anyway. So, but like I posted like a picture of this Google whiteboard we made on our first Google Meet, where it's like I'll send you guys screenshots later. It's and so it's just like on one of our video calls we were like, we were just like discussing where we wanted to go, like where we like go traveling together, and like um we were talking about Paris, and I was like, and I changed my background to the Eiffel Tower. I was like, hey baby girl. And I said something like that, and she changed her background to Paris as well. You look really shocked. I want you to tell your story after this. I'm sure it's incredible. And so I took, so I was like, we should take a screenshot of this, and then we both like put our thumbs up, and with the Eiffel Tower in the back, we moved to the side and did this, and we both took screenshots. And so yeah, I wrote that whole letter in like with a very specific red pen. This one. I wrote it with this red pen. Ever since then, like red gel ink has been like my trademark. And I wrote it with that pen on like very very nice like journaling paper, and I made like a envelope, and I put shiny green tape on it. And so yeah, I drew that screenshot of us like with like posing the Eiffel Tower on it, and it was a really bad drawing, but like she loved it, and I gave it to her, and like she was reading it like on the car ride home. Like I remember her texting, and I remember writing in that, no matter how things are between us, an hour, a day, a week, a month, a year from now, I will I always want you to know that in this moment, in the moment that exists right now, and the moment that will always exist, is that I am deeply, deeply in love with you. And like that's all I wrote, and yeah, it just, we've been talking about letters, like receiving letters. I feel like giving away something that represented my mind so well in that moment. I feel so grateful that I did that, because we we've like there were like so many things that happened within the space of a few months, but that one letter, it like, even when like the last time we had a conversation on the phone, I asked her like, do you still have that letter, and she said yeah, and that gave me so much peace, and I was able to like, okay, you know what, even if in like 15 years we've forgotten about each other, I'll still have the stupid rock she gave me, and she'll still have the letter, as well as like the little energy drink card. When you open an energy drink can, you can take off the tab, so the hell energy drink has a red tab. So on our like the first time we ever met, like on our first date, I took it out, and I just gave it to her like as a joke, and she kept it, and she turned it and she put it on like a necklace, and she wore that necklace when she had to like go for like interviews and shit in Ahmedabad. And like, so yeah, she still has that tab, she still has that necklace, she still has that letter. So like that's for me, like I find so much peace in that, and I feel like I'm sure Zoe ma'am has that same level of peace with you, Ari, and I'm sure your dad has like that same level of peace with you, because they know that like even if they won't be there, that piece of documentation will always be with you.
Letters, letters and like objects always goes so long. I mean, such a long way. Because I have a couple of friends who moved to different schools, especially different countries, and one of my closest friends, I gave her a book and a letter, and
Alicia?
yeah, um, and I remember I gave her a very simple book, but she still has it, and she also has the letter till date. But I remember while writing it, I had nothing but like the best of intention. So personally, I felt so pure at that point because I just wanted to express my gratitude towards her because no matter what happens and what has happened, she's like, I remember before she was my friend, I was like that stereotypical boy who hated girls, who was anti girls, and even though she's like now my closest friend, but she is like someone who changed that perspective. And if you look at it from a larger, greater scheme of things, for a man to think that women are useless, not good, evil, that's probably one of the worst emotions you could ever have. And luckily, I was able to experience that change in grade 7 and grade 8. Whereas I know for a fact there are so many boys around me today who still hold that same sentiment. And I think that's one of the greatest failures that any man can possibly hold. I mean, it's the relationship between any two individuals, but personally, being straight, any man and woman, is perhaps one of the most beautiful things. And if someone was able to help you realize that, girls are not evil or like stupid or useless, no matter what, it's just always going to be a great learning for me more than anything.
I think
I
I think the whole I think modernization has really led us to believe that like men are against women and vice versa. But it's like the whole purpose of living is kind of to bring those two, the masculine and feminine energies together. And I have something very similar to show you. Where, so you guys, oh wait, I was moving my laptop, but my phone is a fucking camera. You guys see that little painting over there?
Hmm.
Yeah,
Wait, let me
I
show
was
you.
wondering what that was when I came here.
Wait, let me show you guys. Okay, so for me, it was a very, very similar experience in the seventh grade when I met, Asmi Surendran, right?
Hmm.
And in the seventh grade, like because I was in a new environment,
Is that the same Asmi Bhat talks about?
I don't think so. There's a lot of Asmis, but
Oh,
anyway,
no, no.
um, so so I had like I entered a new school, and I wanted like something that I could just like just like a catchphrase or something, right? So I just started saying the word awesome a lot, right? So like all the time, like I would use the word awesome for everything, right? And it was very weird. Like I was in the seventh grade and shit. I had a weird personality, and on my birthday, I got two gifts that like I always kind of remember, and it's one of them was Irene, Thea, right? Thea Fialo. Yeah, so she gave me this. This
Hmm.
is like it's the coolest. This is like the coolest present I've ever received. It's just the Force Awakens, not the Force Awakens, A New Hope. It's just a comic book of that, And the second one was this. So Asmi made this like by hand, and it says you created awesomeness. Objectively, like it's fucking trash, but the amount of emotional value it holds, to me, it's like this is the first time anyone ever gave me something that was like deeply, truly personal, and when I was a kid, I couldn't even comprehend that. Like I felt, I am so attached to this shit. Like even just like thinking about like this was a canvas that she had to go and buy. She had to take it home. This used to be blank, right? Like like she could have, I don't know, but like this used to be blank, and like she took the time out for her friend to just like paint over it and write some dumb shit and like put glitter on it, and it's just, it blows my mind how just shit like this can be so powerful.
Did like don't take this in the wrong way at all, but did you and Asmi ever have anything more than a friendship?
What do you mean?
Like were you in a relationship?
With Asmi?
Asmi. Yeah.
Oh yeah, so like, so we kind of like, you know that thing where you like indirectly confess your crush to like your friends, and your friends go and tell the other person, and the other person goes and tells your friends. We are one of those things, but like it was very weird.
Mhm.
But like I have like, um, but you know it was the seventh grade, and like
Yeah.
Nahar was like a very small school, so it's like everyone's like gonna end up being friends anyway. So like I have like so much like love and respect for her. That even with Thea, I had like a thing with Thea as well. But like like even right now, I just have like a lot of love and respect and appreciation for
Yeah.
the friendships.
Yeah. So the only reason I brought that up was just to sort of say that um like I never really looked for a relationship. I don't know why. Maybe I was not in the right place, right time. But regardless, with I do have a lot of like girlfriends, and for some reason, I'm just always gonna have like a lot of
Sorry.
I don't know, like it's it's been like a big change for me because especially in seventh and eighth, I had like a whole bad reputation of being bad towards the girls and all. And to be fair, I was a dickhead in grade seven. But like then having that whole change where I changed internally, but people weren't willing to accept that I had changed. And then there were just a couple of people that took that sort of chance on me, saying that, you know what, maybe you might have changed. So they were like, the boys were always with me, but because I grew with them. But at least with the girls, I had like around three, four girls that eventually sort of said, you know what, okay, let's give him a chance. He could be a nice person. And I'm more above anything, I'm just grateful that they gave me that sort of time and effort to just be a normal kid. Because when I came from Singapore, I had like this shift in attitude because in Singapore, there's a lot of banter, a lot of crude humor, a lot of sort of picking on each other, and that was like the norm. Because I went to an international school, I was a small kid, so I used to get picked on, but I used to, dish it back out as well. Something that I loved. When I did that here in Nahar, it didn't work out because I realized that in an IGCSE or IB school, everyone's very privileged and everyone's sort of like a snowflake. And so before I could even realize that change, that I had to make that change, everything just went bad. But luckily, every everything's pretty good now, where people see me in a relatively better light. But yeah, I mean, good people.
Avik, your whole story, that thing was awesome.
About?
What Asmi made for you,
Yeah.
that was awesome.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, I think Alicia even posted that letter.
I might have a vague memory of seeing it on her Instagram. I unfollowed her a long time ago.
Oh, I want to ask, Avik, are you still in contact with your ex?
That's so today at like 6 p.m. I sat down and I recorded a 45-minute voice message. No, 40-minute voice message and then a 1 minute voice message which I sent in general chat. And we have this bro. There's so much lore that like you would find so interesting about like our whole relationship. But one of the things that we had was like this Google document. It was like think like just normal texting but doing it on a Google document and you use different highlighter text and we did that and so so what I did is that like every time that I want to say something to her really badly I so like recently I unfollowed her Finsta on my Finsta and then she started posting on her main for some reason. I don't know if it was related in any way. I'd like to think that it was related because I unfollowed her Finsta because she never posted on her main. So then I unfollowed her main as well because like I didn't like seeing her face. And I was like I've committed myself to not talking to her at all. Like I made that commitment, so I can't like go back and send a follow request and go and text her on Instagram. I've even deleted her contact. So like it's kind of like setting that thing for myself where it's like I'm just not gonna go and do it, and I'm adding more friction, more time to think about what I'm about to do. So typically, if I want to like say something or like I have something to get off my chest really badly, I'll go to that Google document and I'll just like put a link there or write it out over there. So what I did was like I uploaded the voice messages onto Google Drive and then I put the link on the Google Doc.
Are you
I
still recording, by the way?
Yeah.
we still we had something like that on a Google Keep note, and like we just say things. I still have it. Uh, yeah, but I remember you said the whole Paris thing, the
Yeah.
Eiffel Tower. It's not that incredible, but so me and her had a thing where long time ago we kind of forgot about it at the end of the relationship, but it was like so before we slept, we like make sure you let's meet in our dreams is one thing we told each other, and that kind of evolved into um, like our whole theory was okay if we want to meet in our dreams we need to know what we have to dream of so we dream of the same thing. So the whole image was uh, Paris at night,
Oh
and we
man.
discussed Paris at night at the Eiffel Tower, and yeah, and no one else is there. It's just the two of us. So it kind of got it became like yeah, let's meet at at the Eiffel Tower in our dreams, right? That kind of thing.
Fuck.
Yeah. And the thing you said about letters, the oh okay, and canvases. Oh my god. So we've always so okay because of her, I understood the importance of a present, a gift, and I owe that to her. I've never said this before, like to someone, but I owe that to her to teach me indirectly what is the importance of gifting someone you love and how you do it and all of that. So for her 18th birthday, which was like a week before we broke up, I I struggled to finish my gift for her because my exams were going on. She had zero concern for that, as far as I knew, like zero acknowledgement. I told it to her, but before getting to that, I made an envelope, a very shitty envelope, with like normal like project paper, and I taped it together with green washi tape.
No.
And there's a certain type of paper I used. I might still have it. Just give me a second.
God damn.
This kind of paper, and there's like different colors of it, and I wrote on it, and I put that in the envelope, and yeah, and then I gave that to her, and that was one part of the whole gift. The other parts, like 5 or 6 of these tiny canvases. One I haven't even opened yet. This was just a test drawing. I painted for her like 3 different paintings, and then I wrote a lot of symbolic things that meant to her life and stuff like just it was related to her 18th birthday, so it was more about growing up and going forward in life and more about that and less about our relationship. But yeah, I gave that opponent. Canvas drawings were one like a kind of a big part of my gifting at least. So that when I heard you say that the canvas drawing, the green tape and the envelope and the letter, it just yeah that's all it reminded me of. And for my 18th birthday, so she wasn't there, but for my 17th birthday, she gifted me like six different things. I don't even remember. One of them was this bicycle cards, and
You
so
haven't opened it?
these are unopened. You see, the plastic covering is still there. Why did I never open this? Because, okay, I've grown up playing with like 20 rupees cards that you buy from the stationery shop. When I received this, I was like, are you fucking dumb? This is a 400 rupee pack of cards. I would never use this. And I'm like, I'm never opening this. And she got like playfully mad at that and whatever. I still haven't opened it and I'm never going to open it. I just like it's not even about that I don't want to play it. I wish I could open it. I just can't. I actually can't. I will cry if I open this. And so this book. This is like 128 pages that she filled every single page off by hand, and she gifted it to me. And it was yeah, just about our relationship. So yeah. I want to show you all the pages, but not right now. But yeah, it's just every single page is filled.
Oh
Yeah.
my god. So it's not even just like writing it, like she actually like
No. I okay.
oh man.
It's really, yeah. And it's just littlest things like, okay, look at this. Make a wish and forget about it, and then come back on 28th December 2027. And the wish I wrote was, I wish to be closer to you than ever. Yeah. Oh, and just
You
this
never
is not
know.
part of the gift. This is not part of the gift. I just someone just gave me this really cool sticker that I have that I put in this book. I love this by the way. Yeah.
I think you told me the backstory of that when we were sitting with Parth in CCD.
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. He did. He did. Yeah. There's some. Okay, I guess this is one thing I can talk about. No, never mind.
Yo, are you feeling hella left out?
Bastards. I will have my time.
Yeah, you will. It's just like if you just like think about it, like there's so much shit to learn, so much shit to experience in life. Like I'm 100% sure. Like right now, out of everything we've discussed, even though it's like really deep and whatnot, in like even a year, maybe like 5 10 years, but even just a year, like we're gonna look back on this like cringe at it.
Definitely. Absolutely. For the same birthday, what Swarit and Parth gifted me, this was Swarit's gift. I have no clue what it is. It looks like a bear. Sometimes it's a raccoon to me, and I've never used it. And I'll show you what Parth got me. Okay, it's a bald Buddha, like a baby Buddha.
Is that boss baby? No.
It's how does this say Rudra to you? 17th birthday. And on the other hand, my girlfriend wrote a 128-page book just for me.
Bro, you know what? That's actually the most Sorat and part thing they can do.
I swear to God. And what's what I got for my 18th birthday is this sick ass BMW wallet. And what Parth? Have you seen what Parth made for my 18th birthday?
Or
You're gonna love this. And then he wrote stuff, and then Wolf, that's me and Spider.
Oh shit!
Okay, the Kanye West, the fucking album.
Yeah.
Call me if you get lost. And Igor.
Hey.
This is 1 year of friendship from a fucking baby Buddha to this.
Bro, that sounds so cool. That is the greatest gift
that
I've
is
ever
by
seen.
far the best birthday present I've ever seen.
Yeah. Easy.
Oh, I'm gonna make it so much better for him this year. Oh, he's gonna cry.
When
I'm
is
gonna
his
make sure
birthday?
he fucking cries.
When is his birthday? Holy shit. Damn.
When's your birthday?
Who's?
Mine?
Either of you.
Mine's 28th December.
Okay.
Mine is 28th September.
28th September.
Yeah. 28 gang.
2006 or 2005?
I'm 5.
I'm
Okay.
4.
No, I'm 5.
What about you? When's your birthday?
Hmm?
When's your birthday?
21st June 2005.
So it's coming up.
Yeah, April, May, June, two
Guys,
months.
it's 12:41. I think we should call it off.
Oh
I
yeah.
don't want to. I really don't want to, but I have to.
Honestly, some weeks you have to have like 1 or 2 days off.
I guess I've already had that
You have?
this week. Not exactly. I haven't stayed up on my phone or whatever, but I slept at like 12 one night. I went to bed at 9:30, but I slept at 12 because, yeah, I was crying, I guess.
It's okay.
Do you want to talk about that tomorrow or today?
Actually,
It's
I
cool if you
don't know
don't
if
want to. Yeah, that's
I do
fine.
want to talk about it, but it's something I actually only want to talk about with two Abhik, which
Damn.
not like don't take offense to that.
Abhay, of course, man. Come on.
There's a very specific reason for that.
Yeah.
And it's something that I'm even contemplating bringing up to myself. But yeah,
It's okay.
it's not that huge. Like I'm making it much bigger than
It's
it
okay.
is. But
We
yeah,
have our separate coaching call as well. So
yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, what time are we doing that tomorrow or today? I guess.
we will figure that out.
Okay, cool. You let me know.
Yeah. Do you guys have any final thoughts before I end this legendary documentation?
Yes.
I am extremely grateful for the both of you for
Yes.
simply existing, and I hope I get closer to you. Yeah.
I am
Okay.
also extremely grateful for the both of you and for the people that I have met so far who have influenced my trajectory in life to get to this point, and the people that will continue to influence my trajectory. But of course, the most grateful I am is right now. So yeah.
Definitely.
I'd just like to say that if I happen to post it or Avik, hopefully I can look back on it. Even the next 6 months are actually going to be pretty crucial for me because I have to make a few decisions about where I want to be. And most importantly, I hope I look back and see that I made a change in my perspective because I would have never spoken to Avik, Rudra, or Parth. For instance, like I remember I saw Avik's average on a video, and for some, I never speak to anyone, call anyone out, but I messaged him immediately, dude, I want to speak to you. I just, because I had like this sense that, I have to message him right now. Otherwise, I'm going to forget about it. So I remember I woke up, I was about to sleep, I wrote it in my diary, and then I messaged him the next day. Then I left my house because I didn't want anyone to know that. I mean, I just didn't feel like taking it at home. So I went down, I took the call with Abhik, then he made the Discord server. Like, things are working out pretty well. So whatever happens, at least I can look back saying I took some great initiative and it worked out to a certain extent. So
It definitely counts for something, man. Yeah. And if yeah,
No, you
uh,
say.
no, I forgot what I was gonna say. Go on.
Okay, so um, okay, so like one last thing is that like because I'm 100% sure that we're gonna look back on this specific conversation in like a long time from now, right? And we're gonna like because I remember I don't know if I shown you Rudra that email chain video. I
The
okay,
what?
or this is like a whole separate conversation. It's fucking incredible. You love it. But
Okay.
like it's shit like that I look back to and I'm like this has been this like it's just things I look back to and there's extreme nostalgia and like there's extreme insights that I gather from different conversations. So is there like any message you have for your future self because you'll be inevitably watching this later on?
Shit, that's a good question. That's a good fucking question.
which messages we give right now for the future?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
that if your future self is looking back.
Can I go? Because I have
Yeah.
one.
Yeah. Go. Yeah.
Don't get stuck in a 9 to 5 job, please. I mean, whatever you do, don't ever do that. I mean, it's okay if you're jobless and living with your parents, but if getting a 9 to 5 job is part of the process and you have it all mapped out, makes sense. But if if it means that you're earning less, but you have stories to tell and you have experiences and you have good people around you, you have good food that you can enjoy, you should take it and within a heartbeat because that's what your nature is.
Okay. Uh, Rudra, I hope I hope you will never stop telling the truth. I hope that is the one thing you live your life by, even if you end up on a fucking footpath. Uh, I hope you continue to strive to create for the desire to change someone's mind and perspective. I hope that whatever you're doing, regardless of how horrible your life is right now, that you must be remembered for making a difference in at least someone's life, even if it's in the tiniest way possible. And then you go only up from there. And lastly, I hope that every single person that has been uh, significant to you in some sort of way at this point of your life, like when I am speaking right now, is still with you in some sort of way. And I hope you still fuck with them. Yeah.
Um, future Avik, we're gonna be great. You know that right now. You always know it, and always remember there is no past, there is no future, there is only the present. I approve of this message.
It's fucking beautiful.
Alright, I think it's time for all of us to go to bed.
Yeah, I'm gonna read a bit and then sleep.
Alright,
Yeah.
good night, guys.
Good
Yes,
night.
meeting on Saturday definitely.
Wait, what time do you wake up at?
Me?
No, Abhik.
I'll be waking up at 8, I think. I'll have to change my alarm.
Okay. And you?
Seven.
Okay.
Alright, let's talk on Saturday now.
Okay, bye, guys.
Yes. Bye bye.
Bye.
Um, the message, you've if you're either Aryan or Rudra from the future, I'm so fucking grateful to having had that conversation because it's the best conversation I've had my whole life up until this point. And please know that unless I have dementia or some shit, there's no way I've forgotten about you guys. I hope we've accomplished fucking incredible things by the time that you watch this. Yeah, that's about it. Um, Goodbye.